On May 19th, 2009, a single man named Rodney Neal had finally realized his dream of creating a paintball marker after a decade of persistence. Hoping to keep his manufacturer local, Rodney went literally door to door from shop to shop, showing his design just to be told no each and every time. But one fateful day, a single machine shop changed his no to a yes, and the long journey of the Gargoyle had begun. Once the first generation Gargoyles had been completed, they were ready to ship to the players who went on faith that this new marker was going to be something special. In return for their unwavering conviction, they would go on to be the envy of many stock class pumpers the world over. Hey, I'm Dan with HustlePaintball.com, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about something very special that's going on in the pump paintball community right now. Remember the Ronin has already accomplished one of the hardest things to do in all of paintball, and today we're realizing that they're going to take on another challenge. They're actually going to be crowdfunding the very first paintball product ever. And if you're unfamiliar with crowdfunding, it's kind of a website where you can go and look at other people's ideas of things that they want to create and bring to market, and you can actually pre-order them, usually for a lower price than they would normally be sold for, or you can donate to help these people accomplish their dreams. Speaking of Remember the Ronin, there's actually some pretty cool history behind the name, and if you wanted to read up on that, there's a link down here in the description that you can check out. It's a pretty cool read if you're into like old school pump paintball history stuff. The first Gargoyle was incredible. It was created from the ground up to eliminate the frustrating parts of a day of stock class paintball, from changing springs, adjusting velocity, cleaning a broken ball from the breach, or even something as seemingly small as losing your ball retainer. Not only did the Gargoyle fix many of the issues plaguing stock class pumps, it did it so flawlessly. Not to mention that it stunned the stock class community with its incredible good looks. After several years of people absolutely begging RTR to make more Gargoyles, they've come out with a new updated version of the Gargoyle, as well as a new open class version called the Warthog. Both of the markers share some very similar features that truly kind of take all of the annoying things out of a traditional Nelson marker. For a full comprehensive list of all the features that are going to be going into these markers, click the link right here and it'll take you directly to the Indiegogo campaign that's going to be funding all of these markers. The first thing that I've got to talk about has to be the trigger. When I heard that it was going to be even better than it was originally on the first Gargoyle, I didn't really believe it because it's so awesome. But when I saw the Delring cartridge that's going to be capturing the entire trigger, I believe it. It's going to both make the trigger pull smoother and easier, as well as house the connecting rod and the guide rod to further smooth out the pump stroke, and it'll prevent the rods from rubbing onto the frame. There were many people who requested a sight rail on the first Gargoyle, and both the Gargoyle 2 and the Warthog are going to allow you to mount a sight either with a 45-degree offset or directly onto the top of the marker via a 22/dovetail rail. The feed tube is going to hold 13 rounds, and the feed gate actually has a backup option, so if you've lost your feed gate anywhere on the field, you can either use a rubber band or a piece of string to make sure that the paintballs don't roll out of your marker. The body's auto-cocker threaded, and it also comes with a cocker to phantom adapter, so you can really use any barrel that you want to on this marker. The valve of the Gargoyle is actually a two-piece valve where you can remove the back cap and access your valve spring easily if you need to change that out for any reason. The pump key of the Gargoyle and the Warthog actually allow you to switch between pump handles effortlessly. It's just 2 screws. And you could even make your own custom pump handle with a minimum amount of hassle. For those of you pumpers who enjoy undercocking kits, there will be an undercocking kit available for the Gargoyle 2 down the road. The bucket changer on the Gargoyle 2 and the Warthog is adjustable, which will prevent you from ever having to worry about different length 12 grams interfering with your paintball. The ASA has a captured seal so that it cannot fall out unless you've disassembled the ASA itself. It also has a built-in check valve, and the piercing pin is massive and won't ever break. The check valve is really cool because it allows you to remove the 12 gram from your marker without ever having to worry about not being able to fire during that time. The back side of the grip has been redone and looks a lot cleaner and feels better in your hands as well. Also, the screw that holds the valve in place is captured and will never fall out. The newly designed pump body has a single Delrin bushing which will both increase the smoothness of the pump stroke and allow you to switch between different outside diameter barrels, just in case you want to go from an autococker barrel or a phantom barrel to something else. Unlike the Gargoyle, the Warthog body has a flip-up feed block instead of the removable feed, and there are stainless steel rods that are controlled by a wheel in the rear of the marker that will secure the feed block while you're playing. The Warthog will feature a custom barrel that matches the styling of the rest of the marker. If you haven't already gone to the Indiegogo campaign to pre-order either the Gargoyle 2 or the Warthog, do it, because this is truly your opportunity to make paintball history and to make this dream a reality.